Students of General College condemns decisions to conduct graduation last semester exams offline amid the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Lumfeld police station nabbed miscreants involved in the viral video of a dog being dragged mercilessly from a motorcycle. Manipur reports 133 new COVID-19 cases and 1 death in last 24 hours. State's tally reached 6,112. Indian government releases Unlock 4 guidelines. School colleges to remain closed in India till 30th of September. And COVID-19 tally in India breaches 35 lakh mark. Death toll reaches 63,498. A very good evening to you all. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM presenting you the Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. Now let's begin our bulletin with the top stories of today. Students of a General College condemned the decisions to conduct the 6th semester exams offline amid the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking to media, a 6th semester student of Dhanamanduri College of Arts, Thoy Wahengbam, condemned that such act is a threat to Article number 21 of Right to Life Act, stating that other states are conducting online exam instead. He asked why online exams are not being conducted in the state. He questioned if Manipur University authorities or the state government will bear all responsibility if any students were found to be COVID-19 positive while appearing the exam. He urged authorities concerned not to conduct the exam offline. Kanglei Park Students Association KSA notified that Manipur University entrance exam coaching will be held for the year 2020-2021. Press release from the KSA further mentioned that the coaching will be held online due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Interested students can get the details of the coaching from the Facebook page of KSA head office or phone number 700-507-9015, 700-583-7341, 8787837584 or WhatsApp number 985-642-2586. Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parisad ABVP appreciated the efforts made to conduct the last year final semester exams of the universities and colleges which were delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Press release from ABVP appeals to those concerned to take only 50% of the formed field of charge. A video of a dog being tied to its neck by ropes and mercilessly dragged behind a motorcycle went viral in Facebook this afternoon. After coming across the video, members of a joint coordination committee on wildlife and biodiversity and Manipur Dog Lovers Club jointly filed a report at Lumfeld police station, following which a team led by Lumfeld OC Manihar under the supervision of Imphal West SP K. Meghachandra arrested the miscreants involved from Nagaram near Hyundai showroom. The accused is 47-year-old Thiam Motilal, son of late Thiam Chauba from Ladigengbam, Makhalaikai, Imphal East. An FIR was lodged against Motilal. Lumfeld police station nabbed every miscreant involved in the act of slaughtering the dog for consumption. Confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 6,112, of which 1,845 are active cases and recoveries are 4,239. That toll has reached 28. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, in the past 24 hours, 130 people tested positive for COVID-19, out of which 114 persons are from the general population and 19 are personnel of a Central Armed Police Force. Infected persons from the general population are 49 are from the Imphal West District, 24 from the Imphal East District, 20 from Thoubal District, 4 from Technopole, 6 from Ukhrul, 7 from the Churachandpur, 18 from Kakching, 2 from the Vishnupur and 1 each from the Kangpokpi and Chandel and Senapati. 13 persons out of the general population are returnees from the other states, while the rest 101 are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facility and necessary measures are underway. In the past 24 hours, 53 persons were discharged after recovery. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 69.35%. As number of positive cases are increasing at Indo-Myanmar border town Moreh, COVID-19 positive patients are being treated at sub-district hospital Moreh and the COVID care center. 2 positive patients were also brought to the center last night. Both of them are from the Machi block and Technopole block of Technopole district. As part of the preventive measures, the state government imposed COVID-19 related lockdown in the state till August 31st in the wake of the surging cases of coronavirus infection in the state. Roads in Imphal city bore deserted look today. Shops remain closed except for pharmacies and medical stores. The Home Ministry has issued new guidelines for opening up of more activities in areas outside the containment zone in Unlock 4, which will come into effect from 1st of September. The process of the phased reopening of activities has been extended further. Metro rails will be allowed to operate with effects from 7th September in a guarded manner. Standard operating procedure SOP in this regard will be issued by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Social, academic, sports, entertainment, cultural, religious, political functions and other congregations will be permitted with a ceiling of 100 persons from 21st of September. Open air theatres will be permitted to open with effects from the 21st of September. Schools, colleges, educational and coaching institutions will continue to remain closed for students and regular classes activities up to 30th of September. There will be no restrictions on interstate and intrastate movement of persons and goods. National directives of COVID-19 management shall continue to be followed throughout the country with a view to ensure social distancing. Vulnerable persons, persons above 65 years of age, persons with comorbidities, pregnant women and children below the age of 10 years are advised to stay at home except for meeting essential requirements and for health purposes. The ministry said that states and union territory governments may permit up to 50% of teaching and non-teaching staff to be called to the school at a time of online teaching or teleconsulting and related work. All India Forum for Right to Education, AIFRTE, has demanded to revoke a Central Civil Services Conduct rules which led to restrictions on teaching community from the protesting against the education policies. particularly the NEP 2020. The press release from AIFRTE said teaching communities should not be treated like the other civil services. It is a community which has to enjoy freedoms to shape their young minds and provide role models to younger generation in order to enable them to fulfill their duties as citizens within the framework of the Constitution. All the Tribal Students' Union Manipur Atsum expressed astonishment at the notice to conduct a re-examination of the Manipur Civil Services Combined Competitive Examination MCSCCE 2016 by MPSC. Press release signed by Atsum General Secretary Saiboy Haukip mentioned that a review petition has also filed at High Court of Manipur regarding the matter. Atsum demanded the conduct of re-examination only after punishing the miscreants involved. Chairperson of the Manipur Human Rights Commission MHRC, Khaidem Mani, said out of more than 300 cases filed at the commission in the last 2 years, 70 cases were solved despite the lack of manpower, infrastructure and financial assistance. He added various camp sittings were also carried out during the process. He asserted that inspection visits were also paid to Sajiwa, Manipur Central Jail in Imphal and police stations. Khaidem Mani said a case was also registered to revoke a FSPA as well as opinions from members of political parties and various stakeholders were taken on how to bring amicable solutions in the state during the political fiasco. He said as per suggestion by Desamd, the commission also recommended to carry out the same education system implemented at Karnataka to authorities concerned. He added various awareness programs on human rights were carried out at various areas and inspection visits were paid to quarantine centers in view of the current COVID-19 situation.
Prozasu matamina bumsangi Ramenchu matabumsangi Demanai Commission bu Mapung Paba Yam Nami Chani Chom Laiba University Bambodi Mogedo Madam Wagonandru Manipur Mayankayama Division Malaysia Pere Maning Tamna Tabuk.
The Indian government handed over a check of the $5 million to Myanmar government to facilitate in initiating various developmental activities in Indo-India-Myanmar border areas. Indian ambassador to Myanmar, Saurabh Kumar, handed over the amount to Border Affairs Minister of Myanmar, Lieutenant General Yi Ong. Agriculture Director Lal Tangpui Venchong said government will bear half the expenditure in buying insecticide for getting rid of the white-black plant hopper, following complaints of farmers that white-black plant hopper, locally known as wahik, has affected and attacked agriculture fields at various parts of Imphal East. Officials of District Agriculture Officer and KVK Imphal East visited the affected sites. In a press release by the Agriculture Director, it is mentioned that as per advice by ICAR Imphal, Acifate, Carberry and Buprofezine are effective treatment for the threat. Farmers of Wangu Hiram Makha Local in Kakching district appealed the state governments to look into their fields which are starting to damage by white-black plant hopper. President of Lomi Shinmi Loop Wangu H. Rajan said the farmers are facing inconveniences due to lack of insecticides. He appealed the Agriculture Department to look into the matter at the earliest.
Wangugi Hiramaka Lokonda Hojik, Paktaknana, Wahik Tarpagi, Kudong Chadava, Tengadona, Hojik Lomisingna, Hanagi Awaba, ꯇꯤꯜ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯛ ꯆꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯄꯦꯡꯕ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯑꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯋꯥꯍꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯄꯥꯛꯇꯛꯅꯅ ꯂꯧ ꯄꯔꯤ ꯆꯅꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯍꯦꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯇꯥꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯊꯪꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯧ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯛ ꯀꯥꯞꯄ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯛ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯒꯁꯨ ꯊꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯐꯕ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯕ ꯃꯥꯌꯣꯛꯅꯔꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯗꯤꯄꯥꯔꯠꯃꯦꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯆꯤꯡꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯤ.
Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Kaziranga University, the #1 career university in the Northeast, offering a wide range of UG and PG courses with up to 100% merit-based scholarship, a state-of-the-art infrastructure, and unbeatable placements. A pioneer in shaping, molding, and delivering excellence, Kaziranga University is the right place to launch your career.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. India reported single-day spike of over 78,000 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, country's total COVID-19 cases have crossed 35 lakh, of which active cases are above 7,65,000 and death toll has reached 63,498, while 27,13,933 people have recovered. Country's rate of recovery has improved to above 76.61%. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of above 1,85,000. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that more than 10,55,000 tests were conducted in the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 2,52 lakh people and 8,47,391 people have died. Recoveries are about 1,75 lakh. USA is on top with more than 25 lakh 43,000 active cases, followed by Brazil and India. Among the Northeast states, Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 1,03,700 cases, out of which 20,900 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 3,877, out of which 1,118 are active cases. Nagaland's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 3,851, out of which 934 are active cases. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 11,323, out of which 3,993 are active cases. There are 424 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 404 in Sikkim, and over 1,270 active cases of COVID-19 in Meghalaya. Manipur, our youth organization's DAYO said the organization will not comply to the demands of NSCNK Congo group. In a press release jointly signed by DAYO President Autem Su Ayer and General Secretary S. Pangar Tosis, DAYO refuted the statement made by Naga political group through media of abducting a female manager of SHAMBANDURAM Creation Private Limited by members of DAYO as unfounded. DAYO appealed proprietor of SHAMBANDURAM Creations Private Limited and Auyimti Lanur Telungjam not to attend any meeting without the knowledge of DAYO. Federations of Exporter-Importer Organizations Manipur held its 25th Foundation Day celebration today. Attendees at the event opined the government should come up with a trade policy at the earliest, as border trade is hugely affected due to COVID-19 lockdown. Experts at the event appealed to organize a buyer and seller meet and awareness programs on the threat. Organization President Wathamd Nabachandra Advisor Yumnamcha Dilip Kumar and other eminent persons attended the event. It may be mentioned that the organization was previously named as Indo-Myanmar Border Traders Union. Members of The Leader, a Facebook page, extended a financial aid of 60,000 rupees to ailing eminent footballers Ningthaujam Ramananda, who is undergoing kidney treatment at Raj Medicity. The leaders teamed at Tera Bazaar collected the donation from the people through their Facebook page. The leader team also expressed gratitude to all those who contributed in the donation. Members of the Third, which is a group of youths, also extended financial help of 29,000 rupees to ailing Ningthaujam Ramananda for his treatment. The Third members also appeals people to extend possible help to the player. It may be mentioned that Ningthaujam Ramananda is a national football player playing for India and NACO club. Unfortunately, both his kidney failed and is undergoing medical treatment and in critical condition. Chairman of Bhuvand Technical and Skills Development Private Limited cum social worker Naurim Navachandra has repaired the road of Kakching Makha Low Irung Ningthau Pareng, colony number 3 in Kakching constituency. Navachandra carried out the repair work along with members of the colony's development committee. Residents of the area thank Navachandra for repairing the road. One, Muhammad Nurul Hassan laid foundation stone of a house which was in miserable condition earlier. He donated every requirement for the constructions of the house too. Owner of the house, Athokpam Chandramukhi, highlighted her plight of not being able to afford constructions of a house due to financial constraints. She asserted that her request to construct a house to local MLA, Pradhan and members fell on deaf ear. She appreciated Nurul Hassan for his help on the occasion. A team led by Lilong Police Sub-Inspector Konthaujam Vikramjit under the supervision of Thoubal District SP arrested 2 individuals in possession of World Is Yours tablet at Lilong Bazaar yesterday. 58 WY tablets and 1 Alto car were recovered from the 2 miscreants. The 2 arrested are 35-year-old Khwairakpam Rajeshwar, son of K.H. Ramdhond from the Sagolband Moirang Lairak Machin, and 38-year-old Moirang Thimt Arun Kumar, son of M. Priyo Gopal from the Uripok Yambem Laikai. Upon interrogation, one Zumera Abem, who sells illegal intoxicant drugs, was also arrested. Lilong police has registered a case against the 3 miscreants. Jain community in Fald called upon the people of the state to celebrate the forthcoming Anand Chaturdashi, Vegetarian Day, on September 1st. Press release from the community appeals the public to organize the festival in a subdued manner and not to hold any gatherings this year owing to the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Now the sports news. BCCI have been making arrangement for the dreamed 11th IPL, which will kick off on September 19th. 13 people, including 2 players, were found COVID-19 positive out of 1,988 people, including players. Support staff, a teamed manager, BCCI staff, IPL operation team, hotel, ground and transport staff who carried COVID-19 tests at RT-PCR from August 20 to 28. The step was taken up as a part of the precautionary measures for the 13th Indian Premier League to be held under BCCI, which will be hosted by United Arab Emirates. According to media report, Chennai Super Kings player Deepak Chahar and Ruturaj Gaikwad were both tested positive. The 13 positive people are isolated and they are undergoing treatment under the medical team of IPL. The US Open Tennis Championship is all set to kick off from tomorrow. The championship will be played at United States Tennis Association Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, hard court. It will continue till September 13th. Many renowned men and women tennis players, including Spain's Rafael Nadal and Switzerland's Roger Federer, Canada's Bianca Andreescu, Australia's Ashleigh Barty and Romania's Simonia Halep have announced to skip the championship due to the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Famous male tennis players including Serbia's Novak Djokovic and United Kingdom's Andy Murray will compete for the championship title. Many female tennis players including United States, Serena Williams and many top tennis players will also compete in the championship. The upcoming India Open Super 500 and the Syed Modi International Super 300 Championship 2020, which was originally scheduled to be held on November and December, has been cancelled. Badminton Association of India cancelled the tournaments in its adjusted international calendar to salvage a session thrown haywire by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Indian Open, which was originally scheduled in March, was to be held from December 8 to 13 in New Delhi, and Syed Modi was slated for November 17 to 22 in Lucknow in the previously revised calendar. Meanwhile, arrangements are all set for the upcoming Denmark Open Championship 1 and 2 and the Thomas Uber Cup Championship to be held under the aegis of Badminton World Federation at Odense in Denmark from October. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Students of a general college condemns decisions to conduct graduation last semester exams offline amidst the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Lumpel police station nabbed miscreants involved in the viral video of a dog being dragged mercilessly from a motorcycle. Manipur reports 113 new COVID-19 cases and 1 death in last 24 hours. State tally reached 6,112. Indian government releases Unlock 4 guidelines. School colleges to remain closed in India till the 30th of September. And COVID-19 tally in India breached 35 lakh mark. Death toll reaches 63,498. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Until then, have a great Sunday evening and stay safe.